Hey there, fellow sports gamblers. It's Steel Picks for you with the five best NBA playoff prize picks and underdog free picks for today, May 20th. Before we get into today's picks, let's see what happened to us yesterday. Mikal Bridges threw an alley-oop pass to Mitchell Robinson, leading to his first playoff assist of the 2026 postseason. To go over the half assist we said he'd go under. Jared Allen had one defensive rebound to go under the 5 defensive rebounds we said he'd go under. Sam Merrill had one rebound to go under the 1.5 rebounds we said he'd go under. Lucky break there. Mitchell Robinson had 6 rebounds to go under the 7.5 rebounds we said he'd go under. Half rebounds we said he'd go under. 3 out of 5 is not terrible. And without making excuses or giving explanations, I do feel there were extenuating circumstances with regards to these bets these last 2 games. For fellow sports gamblers, in case you haven't heard, this is the first time in NBA playoff history the conference finals games have both gone to overtime, which definitely skews the data a tad bit. Sometimes in our favor, but most times not. If you give a team or a contest extra 5 or 10 minutes, a lot of weird things can happen, but that does not mean that we can't turn things around and get back to an immaculate ticket for today. Let's see what we can do, fellow sports gamblers. First off, we have Isaiah Hartenstein over 4.5 points against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, you guys might be looking at this chart and saying, wow, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering that he only scored 2 points in his last game against the San Antonio Spurs with the reigning defensive player of the year and someone that was quite angry about not getting the MVP award, which went to Isaiah Hartenstein's teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So why make such a thing? Well, for starters, I don't think that Victor Wembanyama can replicate his 41.24 rebound outburst. I know that Chet Holmgren was nowhere to be found in that series, or in that game rather, but I think that he's certainly going to have to step up. And the biggest statistic with regards to why I think Isaiah Hartenstein is going to get over 4.5 points is that the team that wins game 2 of the playoffs, in the NBA playoffs, goes up 2-0 in the playoffs, wins the series 97% of the time. There's no way that Isaiah Hartenstein and the Oklahoma City Thunder want that to happen, so they most definitely have to put their best foot forward and make sure that they get at least a split before they have to go back to San Antonio. I think Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be a big part of that. And we look a little bit further into the stats and analytics. In game 1, he did not play a whole lot of minutes. Not quite sure what that was all about. With regards to foul trouble, he wasn't in a whole lot of foul trouble. So it could be a little bit of a matchup thing, but without question, they are going to need his participation and his contribution if they want to go back to San Antonio with a split. I think that Isaiah Hartenstein is up for the moment, defending NBA champion. Make it happen. As you can see, Novig likes us as well, as they have him at the plus 106. Next up, we have AJ Mitchell over 2.5 assists. As you can see, he's done this in 8 of the 10 playoff games and the last 6 in a row, with the high watermark being the 10 assists against the Lakers in game 3. But he even had 5 assists in game 1 against the Spurs, twice as many as we need for him to have. And again, it is all hands on deck considering that the team that goes up to 2-0 wins the series in the NBA playoffs 92.7% of the time. Going to hammer that stat home, fellow sports gamblers. It's essential to why we're doing what we're doing, and we'll dig a little bit further into the numbers here. As you can see, he plays a fair number of minutes, averaging 29.6. High water mark being the 33.8 against Phoenix, but very close at 33.6 in game 1 against the Spurs. Certainly think that he'll get a lot of opportunities. They're going to be swinging the ball around, a little bit afraid to go into the middle where Victor Wembanyama is patrolling. So definitely going to want to take their shots from the perimeter and also drive and kick, which I think AJ Mitchell is very good at. So certainly think he can go over 2.5 assists. As you can see, Prizepicks and a few others are about 150, 165. So certainly good money there. I like to pick AJ Mitchell over 2.5 assists. Next up, we have Jalen Williams over 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists. As you can see, he was able to do this fairly comfortably in game 1 against the Spurs, his first game back after being a long break with recovering from his injuries, but he's fully healthy now. Certainly, he understands the gravity of the situation, and I will hammer the point home again. The team that goes up 2-0 in the NBA playoffs wins the series 92.7% of the time, so he certainly understands the sense of urgency and will be putting his best foot forward. With regards to minutes, I think we can kind of throw those out the window, considering that if they go to San Antonio down 0-2, they may not come back. So minutes is not going to be a thing for him. He'll play as many minutes as is necessary. I'm thinking probably somewhere between 15 and 16, just because they want to establish their presence of authority and be sure that they're up by as many points as they can. So Jalen Williams, as the Oklahoma City Thunder's second best player at this point, certainly think he will be over the 13.5 points, rebounds, and assists for the first. And as a friendly reminder, when you sign up with BETR using my promo code WINCASH, you'll receive 2 anytime Novig, and use my STEELEWINS promo code and spend $5. You'll get a $50 bonus, more cash with which to make prop bets and make more money. Good luck, everyone. Next up, we have Jared McCain over 4.5 field goal attempts. For the same reasons that I am saying Isaiah Hartenstein is going to do his thing, AJ Mitchell is going to do his thing, and Jalen Williams is going to do his thing. The Oklahoma City Thunder have put themselves behind the 8 ball, and they're playing a team with extreme defensive proficiency. They're playing a team with the Defensive Player of the Year, someone who thinks that they got slighted with regards to being the MVP of the league, someone that is a physical mismatch and nightmare for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They fully well know that if they go back to San Antonio down 0-2, things do not look very favorable. So everyone is going to be putting their best foot forward, giving their best effort. And with regards to the stats and analytics, as you can see, Jerome McCain has been able to go over 4.5 field goal attempts in 7 of the 10 playoff games. The game against San Antonio, he had 6 field goal attempts. His last game against the Lakers, he got 10. High water mark being 13 in that first game against Phoenix. That was long, long ago. Let's kind of stick to the present future. Certainly thinking that the way that he's been able to put the ball up, that he'll certainly have enough opportunities and enough time, enough minutes being played to go over that as well. As you can see, his minutes have been increasing. The last 2 games of the Los Angeles Lakers series went from 9 to 15, and in game 1 against the Spurs, he went all the way up to 18.2. So you can see that he's exceeded the 4.5 field goals in 6 of his last 7 games versus bottom 10 defenses. So certainly think that he has an opportunity to do this against the San Antonio Spurs, and also understanding the sense of urgency. If they go to San Antonio down 0-2, this series is basically over, and defending their NBA championship will not be an issue. So over 4.5 field goal attempts, as you can see, Prizepicks likes this as well, as they have him at the -119. And last but not least, we have De'Aaron Fox over 14.5 points. And that same reason that I keep talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder, understanding the sense of urgency, De'Aaron Fox and the San Antonio Spurs understand the opportunity to go back 2-0 means they have an opportunity to, percentage-wise, win the series 92.7% of the time. So they want to do whatever it takes to win this game and put this series out of reach. So as you can see, his numbers been pretty consistently over the 14.5, and in quite a few of the games, he has been in the 20 range. For the 4 of the 10 games that he's played in the playoffs, in his last game against Minnesota, 21. So certainly think that De'Aaron Fox, being the all-star that he is, has an opportunity to seize the moment and take control of the series. As you can see, he's going to play plenty of minutes, averaging 33.2. Injury held him out of game 1, of course, but he is chomping at the bit to get ready to go. As you can see, with regards to field goal attempts, been a healthy number of those, 15.4 field goal attempts during the playoffs. Free throws, not getting to the line as much as we might like, but when he gets there, he's pretty accurate. So 5 for 5 in game 5 and 2 for 2 in game 6, 7 for 2 in game 4. So when he gets there, free points from the line with the clock not ticking, we'll take those any day of the week. As you can see, Novig likes it as well, as they have him at the +101. So to recap, we have Isaiah Hartenstein over 4.5 points, AJ Mitchell over 2.5 assists, Jalen Williams over 13.5 first half points, rebounds, and assists. Jared McCain over 4.5 field goal attempts. And De'Aaron Fox over 14.5 points. And in addition, my three-leg parlay is Isaiah Hartenstein over 4.5 points. Jalen Williams over 13.5 first half points, rebounds, and assists. And De'Aaron Fox over 14.5 points. That's the 5 picks I have for you today. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the Steel Picks for You channel. And good luck, everyone.